So I got some dope ass back roads to ride here. We're out here in Downeyville on our way back to the travel trailer. I sadly lost my cell phone out on the trail mountain biking the second day we were here, and some really good Samaritan dude grabbed my phone, brought it back, and has been holding it for me powered up so that I would find it with my Find My Phone app. Went out to his house, he squared me away, got him some freaking beer, and yeah, so I got my phone back, which is super cool. Good people out here, guys, good people. If you haven't been out here to mountain bike before, if you're a mountain biker, this is definitely a place to get out and ride. It's pretty damn iconic. You've probably heard of it before, but awesome 2 days of riding that I've had so far. Lost out on a ride today trying to meet up with this guy to get my cell phone, but that's okay. It's worth it. On the topic of today, which is, what am I doing for a vlog setup? So I basically have a Hero 9 is what I'm using right now, and I'm also using a max lens mod and the media mod. And the main point of the media mod you'll see here is that at least when I first got my Hero 9, you couldn't use that old little adapter that you used to be able to plug in USB to the side of it, and it would give you a 3.5mm headphone jack that you could plug a microphone into. Well, sadly, that doesn't work for the Hero 9, which is super freaking annoying. It does now, because now that we're talking, the Hero 10's already come out, and they did about 6 months ago. They gave you a update that allowed you to use that again, but I had already gotten rid of it, and I had already gotten the media mod, so I'm using the media mod instead. I like it because it gives you more options than just plugging in a 3.5mm headphone jack. It actually has the additional microphone on top if you wanted to use that, and then a way to power it if you wanted to, which is pretty cool. So the media mod's nice, it's worth it. It's not much more than buying that little block, so I figured why not just stick with it and keep using it since I already have it. And now that I have the Hero 10, it also works with the Hero 10. So the only thing that'll change here shortly with my little vlog setup is I'm gonna go from the 9 to the 10, but I can't do that until the 10 will accept with a update the use of the max lens mod. And the reason for that to me is just the field of view is just so much more. Depending on how you put it on your helmet, you can probably still see my dashboard and part of my bike and a decent amount of the horizon. So for me, having that additional view is more than worth it, because if you go out for a ride and you want to record something but your camera's not in the perfect position on super view or wide, you're going to miss out on some of the content, and ultimately the film may be just terrible just because you missed the field of view that you wanted. So to me, the max lens mod is the way to go. That's what we're using here today, and the media mod is a awesome way to get that 3.5mm headphone jack into the camera and get you a microphone. Now when it comes to installing it onto your helmet, that's the, I guess, questionable method of how you want to do it. You can buy some kind of clamps that are ultimately going to grab onto the chin bar of the helmet, but what you'll notice is you'll have to take off that little nice soft padding at the bottom of your helmet if you wanted to do something like that, which all that does is make more wind go inside of your helmet, which is going to make your microphone sound even worse. So you really want that little chin skirt on the bottom to help with reducing some noise. So the best way I've found to do this, and I did this about 4 years ago when I had my Hero 5 on this helmet, which tells you I probably need a new helmet here pretty soon, and maybe I'll go ahead and do that, is do another video on how to actually use this putty and kind of form it around. I've done it for my mountain bike helmet as well. This is how I did that. This stuff's called Sugru, I think is how you would pronounce it, but it's basically some kind of really weird putty that hardens but yet just sticks so damn well. I don't even know how to explain it. This mount, this little GoPro mount on my helmet has been here for almost 4 years. It's still strong as hell. This is the only way that I know to do it. Now I have done some kind of like putty on my dirt bike helmet, which you can see this one here is, it's okay, it's not great, but it does work. It sort of gets the job done. The thing is it hardens up on you, especially over time. So at some point this is going to fall off my dirt bike helmet, where this Sugru stuff seems to just, I don't know what the deal is with it, why it works the way it is, what the hell compound it is, I have no idea. But if this is what you're looking to do, it's pretty easy. It's just Play-Doh, guys. Ball 2 packets up and try and mold them around, put them on the back of the GoPro mount, smash it into the helmet, and then try and mold it all around. It's pretty damn easy. And then worst case scenario, depending on the angles on your helmet, you know, you might be able to add that third one just to build that layer up. Try and get that layer to wrap around the mount as much as you possibly can so that it has that little additional grab. But it is super simple, super easy, and works unbelievably well. I have never seen any kind of item that works this damn good for what we're trying to do with the helmet. So that's how I get the GoPro mount on. That's the GoPro I use and the accessories for the GoPro that I use. The next thing is going to be the microphone, and the microphone is probably one of the most important things. I'm using a Purple Panda, and I'll put a link down in the description. You can buy it off of Amazon. It used to be like really expensive. At least, you know, 3 or 4 years ago when I was looking at trying to buy them, the Purple Panda was like the main one to buy for motovlogging. The Purple Panda is definitely one of the better ones to get. It comes with so many accessories and so many ways to kind of set it up or rig it up or however you want in the helmet. There's a couple of options there for like how to muffle the sound. The best way I've found so far is with the dead cat, because it does come with a dead cat and then it comes with a little foam piece. When it comes to wind, those do not handle the wind anything like a dead cat will. So you really need to use that dead cat instead of the little pop filter foam thing. That's what I've noticed to work a little bit better. And then of course positioning in the helmet is totally important as well. You kind of want to position it obviously close to your face. And then once you've plugged it into, say, the media mod, you really got to look at how you're using the microphone, because it's so close to your damn face. As you're talking, it's going to be loud as crap, and it'll start popping and making terrible sounds as you're talking. And it's basically trying to, I think, eliminate the sound, and then depending on how you set up the input for the media mod for the sound. So if you go into the settings of the GoPro, you can actually go to media mod and it'll tell you you could do a plus 20 dB to your microphone or a negative 20, or you can just do a standard mic input. And the reason for that is to help you get a little bit of a decibel increase. You don't want that. You'll get nasty popping and all kinds of crazy shit. So just make sure that the microphone's set to standard. I definitely would say go ahead and play with it and see what it's like, depending on your settings. You will notice the difference in sound considerably. Which makes a huge difference. And then you also have the option of like the wind on, off, or auto for the GoPro. I do generally leave it on. Now what can be annoying about that is I think it tries to remove wind sounds and then probably motor sound, all kinds of random background sounds it's going to try and essentially get rid of. I've noticed it works pretty decent when it's on. So that's just a setting you can play with to see what you want to get out of your microphone and how your voice sounds as you're riding. And a lot of that depends on how fast you're riding. I would say, you know, 60, 70 miles an hour, you're going to start getting wind noise no matter what. So you got to be, you know, cautious on that setting. But what you'll really want to do is after you set this up is go for a short ride, record a small bit, talk, and go at a reasonable speed. And then change the settings and keep messing with it. I'm just telling you the ones that I'm using and how they're working. So you never know what's... So you got to kind of mess with it yourself to make sure you find, you know, the setting you like the best, I guess. So Purple Panda, baby, I'll put a link down in the description. Best choice for a microphone so far that I've found. In fact, I'm probably going to buy another one soon because I stole this from my mountain biking setup and it sounds just so good on my mountain bike. I like it. But it also sounds amazing in my helmet, and I'm super tired of taking it in and out. That gets pretty old pretty quick. So yeah, I'll be buying another one here pretty soon. It's working out great for me. Thanks again for watching, guys, and I'll see you next week. Peace.